We are holding today is Tuesday, the third reading, the portion of Bahalischa. We are holding on chapter 9, verse number 1. Eidaba Shalom Moshe, and God spoke to Moshe. The Midbar Sinai, in the desert of Sinai. Bashana Hashenis, in the second year, Litzeisa Meretz Mitzrayim, in the second year of their going out of the land of Egypt, B'chodesh Adishan, the first month, Lamer saying. She says, the portion at the beginning of the book of Numbers was not said until the month of Iyar. You learn that there's no chronological order in the Torah. And here we see that there's no chronological order in the Torah. But why did the Torah not begin with this chapter? If this was said, right, if the second month, why wasn't this said first? It's a disgrace to Israel that throughout the 40 years that the children of Israel were in the desert, they brought only this Passover sacrifice alone. So this is not such a nice thing that happened to the Jewish nation, that they didn't bring a Korban Pesach for many, many years, only the second year after going out of Mitzrayim. But yes, when they saw Pesach, and the Jewish people made the Korban Pesach, the Moeday in its time. So Rashi says, Av b'Shabbos b'Moeday, even if it would fall on Shabbos, it's appointed time that when you're obligated to bring the Korban Pesach, they brought the Korban Pesach, even though it's Shabbos. Av b'Tumah, even if they were impure, they would bring the Korban Pesach. The purity, their impurity would not stop them from bringing the Korban Pesach, the sacrifice. In the 14th day of the month, in the 14th day, in this month, Bein Abayim, in the afternoon, Tasso, you shall do it. The Moeday in its time, Kachol Kesav, like all its statutes, like all its ordinances, Tasso, you shall do it. Now, says, what's the difference between Kesav and statutes? These are the commandments directly relating to the body of the animal. That the physical animal, it's a chukkah that the Torah says, it's a decree. The Torah says you're not allowed to bring a sacrifice that has a mum, that has a blemish to it. These are the commandments that relate to its body from elsewhere, such as a 7th day for eating unleavened bread, or for disposing the chametz. You're not allowed to bring it to sacrifice until you get rid of your chametz. Another version, commandments relating to its body, an unblemished male lamb in the first year. Those which relate to the body from elsewhere, it must be roasted over fire, its head and its leg and then its innards. And those which are no relation to its body, like unleavened and disposing of leaven. So either way, the Torah, certain things are connected to the physical, the situation itself, the animal itself, and the things that are connected to the animal. Verse number 4, Vaydaber Moshe b'nei Yisrael. So Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to the Jewish people, La'aseh Pesach, to make the Korban Pesach. She says, Matar b'leiba. What does the Torah tell us? And that's not the Torah said, and Moshe told. The Lord appointed days. So what is again? However, when we heard the portion dealing with the festivals at Sinai, he related to them, and then he warned them again when the time came to perform them. That teaches in general, there has to be a warning, a zara. In the Hebrew, it's a zara, a warning. That Moshe Rabbeinu didn't just leave it that he told them once before. But now when it came to actually doing the Korban Pesach, he had to tell them again. Yes, it's a Pesach, and they made the Passover. So the Torah is telling us not that the law of Korban, the law of the sacrifice, but actually that the Jewish people made the sacrifice. Whatever God commanded Moshe, Cain also b'nei Yisrael, that's what the Jewish people did. Verse number 6, and there were certain Jews that were impure to a soul. to a dead person. And they couldn't make the carbon Pesach. On that day. They came before Moshe, or Aaron before Aaron, on that day. Rashi says, Moshe and Aaron, well, the two were sitting in study hall. So now we see the Pascha, the Gemara expression, the Pascha, Mesa Medesh, Mabesenu. It was always a place of study by the Jewish people, a house of study. So Moshe and Aaron, there was a house of study, and they were sitting in Beis Medrash. They were learning together, and they came to them to the Beis Medrash. Well, inconceivable that they approached them and one after the other. For if Moshe did not know, how would Aaron know? So therefore, they were both sitting together. Moshe and Aaron were sitting in the Beis Medrash. They were learning, studying together, and these people, this question came to them. So they said to him, we're impure. Impure to a dead body. Why should we lose? Why should we lose to bring the carbon? In its time. In the midst of the Jewish people. So the question that's asked, Moshe Rabbeinu said to them, Rashi says, what do you mean? What do you ask? It's a simple answer. You're impure. The Torah says you can't offer a state of ritual impurity. So what do you want? What can I do for you, so to say? They replied, let ritually unclean pian and sprinkle the blood for us. Said, listen, you know what? You're right. We know the law that if you're impure, you can't bring the carbon. So we'll go around about it. We'll figure out a way. And the way we'll figure it out is we'll let the kohen that is pure to do the service for us. And let the ritual clean people eat the flesh. We'll bring the carbon. The kohen will bring the carbon. We won't eat the carbon. But we'll do the mitzvah of bringing a carbon. So he said, you know what? He said to them, wait, and I will hear. Like a disciple who's confident of hearing from his teacher's mouth. Fortunate is a mortal who's so confident, the Gemara says. Fortunate is a human being that is so confident, like Moshe Rabbeinu, that whenever he wants to hear from God, you can hear from him. This portion really have been said through Moshe, like the rest of the Torah, but these people merited that they be said through them, even though Pesach Sheni, which we're going to come to, is a Torah law, and it should have been a Torah law before these people came forward. Nevertheless, they were merited. These people merited because they yearned to bring a carbon. They had the desire to do this mitzvah. The Eibusha said, "I'll wait till these people come and ask, and I'll teach them this law." Because merit is brought to those that are meritorious. Verse 8. So God said to Moshe, I'm sorry. And Moshe Ben said to them, Imdu ve'eshma, stand, wait, and ve'eshma, and I will hear my Yitzav Hashem Elechem, what God will command. Moshe, so God spoke to Moshe, Daba b'nei Yisrael, speak to the Jewish people. Lamer saying, Ish, any man, ki yitam nefesh, whether if he's impure, he's far away from Jerusalem. They say him to you or to all generations. He shall make a carbon Pesach, and he wants to bring it. He can do a carbon Pesach. How is that possible? First of all, the derech the chayka. Now she says the chayka is a nakud. There's a dot on top. You see the word hay over here. There's a dot on top of the hay. Nakud is a dot on over the word to teach us that he does not really have to be really far away. What's a chayka? What means far? Especially in the time of the desert. How far were they? Nobody was further than 2,000 amas. They were not far. The whole camp was in 2, 3, 4 miles. So what is far? But even if they're merely outside the threshold of the temple courtyard, throughout the time, the loudest sacrifice is considered far. Far is outside. That's far. The second Passover, one must keep both leavened bread and unleavened food as home. He's allowed to keep both chametz and matzah. and there's no festival, not a yontiv. You don't, you don't have the laws of yontiv, and the consumption of leaven is not forbidden except while he eats the sacrifice. If he brings a carbon, Pesach Sheni, he brings the carbon to Beis Hamikdash. Self-understood. While he's bringing the carbon, he should not eat chametz, but after he finishes the carbon, he's allowed to eat chametz. Verse 11, B'Chodesh Hasheni, the second month, the month of Iyar, B'Abba Asiyim, the 14th day, Bein Abayim, in the afternoon, Yasu, I say you should bring the carbon. Hamatzeh, Simreim, Yechlu, you should eat it, 11 cakes with bitter herbs. Yeshirim and Abayim, don't leave anything over till the morning. You're not allowed to break any of its bones, like the carbon Pesach, the first one. Like all the ordinary laws of the carbon, the first Pesach, Yasos. If a man is richly clean and he was not on the journey, and he decided he's not making the carbon Pesach, he's canceling the carbon Pesach for that year. Such a person will be cut off from the Jewish nation. Because he didn't bring the carbon to God. In its time, that person will bear that sin. This is one of the reasons that we yearn for the Beis Hamikdash. We yearn for the Mashiach, because you see that if a person intentionally doesn't bring a carbon Pesach, he has kares. I mean, now we don't bring a carbon Pesach, we got no choice. But we see the importance of the carbon Pesach. We see the importance of what it means to bring the carbon Pesach, how important to God is the carbon Pesach. That if a person doesn't bring the carbon Pesach, he has kares chas v'shalom. So that's how you see that it's so important. We should pray for the coming Mashiach that will be able to do the carbon Pesach. For that mitzvah alone. Also, Pesach Hashem, if a proselyte, if a ger will live in you and they'll make a Pesach, he does it exactly like a Jew. Even though Pesach is, you might ask, the ger, his parents never went out of Egypt. So how is he celebrating the Passover when his parents and grandparents never went out of Egypt? Nevertheless, once he's a Jew, he does Pesach like any other Jew. It's one law, like chem, like ger, whether it's to you or to a ger, a convert, to a native born citizen. That's what Rashi says. I might think that anyone who converts should immediately make a Passover sacrifice. Therefore, the Torah tells us, one statute shall be applied to you and the proselyte and the native one. And this is the meaning that if a proselyte dwells with you and he comes to make a Passover sacrifice with his friends, according to the statute of the sacrifice and the ordinance you shall make. This teaches another lesson. I should have said that if, let's say, the ger decides, you know what, I just became a ger, so therefore I'm going to bring a carbon Pesach right away because I didn't bring a carbon Pesach. So, I'm decide to bring a carbon Pesach. So therefore the Torah says, no, only Kemishpat. And that's the completion of the Chumash for today. We now go to the Tanya of the day. We're holding in the middle of chapter 6 of Tanya. Alter Rebbe is explaining us a very beautiful concept. The concept of the way midas work, the way the attributes of God work, and ultimately the way they need to work in this world. And the two main attributes that a person has is Ava and Yira, Chesed and Gevura, that are seemingly opposites, fire and water, total opposites. So the Alter Rebbe says, in the world of Atzilus, these attributes are one. There's a scalus, there's total unity between these two attributes. Why? Because they reflect the reflection of God. They're not their own reflection, they're a reflection of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And since they're a reflection of God, therefore, they are one. They both want the same concept. And that's in essence why there needs to be a scalus amidus, ultimately in a human being. That even though he has chesed and gevura, or between two human beings, that they're opposites, and there are no two Jews are the same, or no two humans are the same. But ultimately, since we all need to reflect HaKadosh Baruch Hu, therefore, There's no difference between us, and we need to use out our midas la Kodesh Baruch Hu for the sake of God, because that's the way they stem from the world of Atzilus, the world of emanation. Where they're all one. From the mutual inclusion of the attributes that oppose the opposite nation, notwithstanding, it's evidence that he and his causations are the attributes of one. There we can see they're one, because we see the unity between Chesed and Gevurah. We see the total unity between the two. So how is it possible that there should be unity between these two? Is because there's revelation of God, because God is one with them. For since they're completely one, in the world of emanation, they're completely one. They're united with Him. Because they're united with Him, that's why they are one. Therefore, they unite with one another, and they comprise of one another. As we say, as Eliyahu said, the passage beginning Pasach Eliyahu, we say on Erev Shabbos, introduction of Kunaz Zoya, and to the Kosher Lodom Yachad Lodom, and you are He who binds them, the spheres and the attributes, together and unite them. And without you, there's no unity among these attributes. Because Chesed and Gevurah are opposites. So the Alter Rebbe will say a little later that since the divine name Elokim signifies the attribute of tzimtzum and concealment, is one with the name of Avaya, it follows that the concealment brought about by the name Elokim is not a true concealment. For the entity cannot conceal its own self. Created beings are therefore absolutely nullified in relation to their source. So that's why we are bottled even to the concept of tzimtzum. Because tzimtzum is not a real tzimtzum. Tzimtzum is only to us a concept contraction, but it's not a tzimtzum to God. And that's why it says in the pasuk, you shall take it onto your heart. Hashem hu Elokim. That's the beauty. That Havaya is Elokim. You have to take that to heart. Don't look as tzimtzum, as a contraction. And this talk is so to think that God is hiding from us. No. The Eivish the Havaya Elokim. God, tzimtzum, and nufnei tzimtzum, and before tzimtzum, and after tzimtzum, nothing, there's no concealment to God. To God, all entities are the same. They're all the concept of revelation. Concerning this verse, question was asked in the first chapter. Would it occur to you that there is a God soaked in the water beneath the, it says Shemayim, that in the beginning of the Shari, it brings a pasuk. Shemayim mimal, v'aretz mitachas. That is the waters beneath the earth, that it's necessary to caution us so strongly and negate this through the statement that one should take unto his heart. According to the explanation here, given here, the question is answered. The statement that in the heavens above and upon the earth below, there's no other, it's not intended to negate the existence of other gods. Rather, the verse is telling us there's nothing else besides God. He alone enjoys true existence, and everything else is totally nullified to relation to Him. And this concept, to be understood well, one must take onto his heart. And that is what we need to learn. Yichud Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the oneness of God. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. The Eibush is one. By God, there's no duality. By God, there's no concept of symptom of they're all same thing. There's no concept of Chesed and Gevurah. They're all attributes of God, which is Him, and therefore they all reflect Him. Comes to tell you that these two names are actually one. Meaning, although Havaya represents Chesed and revelation, And Elokim represents symptom and concealment. They are nevertheless truly one. Which is difficult to comprehend, and therefore we need to learn it and try to comprehend this. That even the name Elokim, which is concealed and contracts the light of the life force that are responsible for creation, the quality of chesed, like the name of Havaya. That's why in halacha, the Rambam and Shulchan Aruch, the Gemara says, you have to be happy when good things happen and when bad things happen. It might be difficult. It might not be easy to be happy when things negative happen. But here the Torah demands a person that he could contemplate, that nothing bad comes from above. And the Eibishter's Gevura is chesed. It's a difficult thing to comprehend, to handle. Because the attributes of the Holy One, blessed be, unite with him in complete unity. And he and his name is one. For his attributes are his name, meaning the attributes correspond to specific names. And so, since it is so, since you understand that Elokim is one with Havaya, you will consequently know that the heavens above and the earth below is Ein Oid. There exists nothing else besides him. What does it mean? The heavens above and in the earth below, mitachas, the lowest world. This tells us that even this material earth, whatever you pierce to the eye as something that exists, the ayin ve'efes is really nothing. It really has no true existence, or its existence only comes from God. Because the name Elokim obscures and contracts the light and life force only to the nether creed, only for the Tachtonim. It's only hidden to us. It hides godness to us. But Baruch doesn't hide God. Since him and the name Elokim are really one. And therefore the earth, and that's below the earth, is nothing, naught and utter nothingness in relationship to the Holy One, blessed be. And they are not called by any name at all. Afilu b'shem oid should lashon tafel. Tachas la'aretz ein oid. Not even to the name of oid else, which is indicated in the indicates a subordinate statute. The expression in the Gemara that why do you need to have the in meaning if you have why do you need to have the interpretation if you have the verse? So if you have the verse of the Torah requires secondaries. The custom of the land of Yehuda, does the Yehuda v'oid likra? If I have the verse, do I need to have interpretation? Do I need to have explanation? I have the verse. Verses should be strong enough. We thus see the term oid signifies secondary stature. The guf shutafel and neshama, like the body, which is subservient to the soul, and the life within it, which is the reason for the secondary oid. And this is what's written, that I will praise the Havaya with my life. Azam elakai be'oidi, and with my soul I will sing to God, Elokim, with my body. We thus see that the body is termed oid. Elakai Hashem b'chai azam elakai be'oidi. And so much that it's subservient to the soul. The reason the term Elokim, Elakai, is used in connection with the body song is this: that the life, meaning the soul, is derived from the name of Havaya, and the oid the extra oid also shua gufa tofel, that the body, that's its tofel, it's nothing. Mishem Elokim comes from the name Elokim. We thus see the body is nullified in relation to the soul, to the extent of oid, meaning it's subservient to it. It's not, however, nullified out of existence in relation to the soul. The reason for this, the soul does not bring the body into existence. It gives us life. It doesn't create it. It only provides it life. The body is therefore called oid, secondary to the soul. So much as it's soul that provides the body with life. But the Holy One, blessed be He, is not like the soul. The Holy One, blessed be He, who brings everything into existence ex nihilo. Everything is absolutely nullified in relation to Him. Just as the light of the sun is absolutely nullified in the sun. I got an emergency situation. Kalos came up, so I have to leave. The Tillim of the day is, today is the 17th day of the month, which is chapter 83 to chapter 87, and you would do the chitas of the day. Wish you all a good day. Mitzvah, I'll see you all tomorrow. 8 o'clock, we'll continue the chitas.